Welcome to the 25th Annual Win Awards with PressPassLA. I'm Andy Lou, and let's say hello to our guests. What do you think you're going to look forward to tonight as you present?
I'm going to be looking forward to all those strong women that have made trails for other women to walk on and walk through and create, and to be in a room full of powerful women is always a blessing.
You know, storytelling is so healing. What do you think the stories are telling us in this day and age?
All kinds of stuff, thank goodness, right? It's not just the same rhetoric all the time. We're starting to push the stories. We're starting to tell other stories. The landscape is opening up, and there's so many other avenues for talented people to come through. It's not just grandfathered in anymore, which is also a plus.
And you are the host with the most, and you're looking angelic
and
in
you're
white.
Australian.
Yes, I
Where are you
am.
from? I just did my 7th comedy special at the Sydney Opera House.
That is amazing. I'm actually from Sydney.
You are? Oh my gosh, it was so beautiful.
What are you going to entertain us with tonight? You've got all the jokes. We need a good laugh.
Well, I'm just going to talk about how great it is to be a woman and how I am a girl's girl. And just to prepare for my job this evening, I ate not one but 2 boxes of Girl Scout cookies because I wanted to support girls all around the world.
What do you see for the future for us women in film?
More representation and more authentic storytelling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it's been a quarter of a century, 25 years we're celebrating tonight of the Women's Image Network. What kind of changes? I mean, we're lucky enough to have been around and see those changes, but what have you observed?
Well, I think there are many more women in high-profile positions, but even more importantly, we're starting to see more women behind the scenes in management positions. And I think we really need more women to be in positions where they are empowered to make decisions. And I think we're getting there. We're getting more and more women in leadership positions, but we have a long way to go. When you think of the Fortune 500, I think it's only like 11% of CEOs are women. So we're getting there, but we can't take our foot off the pedal.
You know, it's really important for me to continue to see men support women in film. What do you think has changed in the last quarter of a century? It's been 25 years.
I think in films you see women taking the lead a lot. Action figures are women that are strong but also vulnerable. You know, they're just not the woman in need for a man to rescue them. It's like 50-50. You got to help each other out.
This is all resonating with me, that polarity but also the equality.
Yes.
The strength and the vulnerability.
Strength. It takes two to make it work.
So 25th Win Awards. Who are these lovely gentlemen that you brought with you tonight?
Oh, well, my goodness.
This is a living legend, the one that has not 1 but 2 dates, you guys.
This is Denny Dugan,
Hi.
and this is Tommy.
Hi, how are you?
I call them my 2 angels.
Well, you look like an angel tonight.
Well, they have gotten me through several things.
Now tell me, what are you producing that's really affecting women?
I'm looking at the position of women in the Middle East at the moment
Right.
with a documentary.
That's really important, isn't it? And I mean, it's a heavy subject, but there's a big responsibility here and you feel called to it.
Absolutely, I really do. I mean, somebody just told me the other day that venture capital investment into female-owned companies is 1% in the UK, 2% in America, and 0.45% in Europe. So 1%. So I was thinking it would be 20%, maybe 25%.
Right.
1%, which means that we don't have the financial backing.
The Divine is receiving a Lifetime Achievement Award.
Yes, yes.
Wow. And I must say, I saw on one of your show reels, you said, it's Christmas Eve. Nobody ever is themselves on Christmas Eve. And I love that line. Who are we on nights like tonight?
My God, I don't know who we are, but I know who I hope to see.
Who do you hope to see?
And Margaret.
Oh, yes. What a legend.
And some of the other people that are being awarded as well. Yes.
Yeah. And you look gorgeous. All the sparkles.
Thank you, thank you. I wanted to be relaxed, although I'm very nervous.
Oh, my darling, you are shining like a bright light. Everyone's attracted to you tonight.
Yes, yes.
Don't be nervous. Take a deep breath with me. Ready? There you go. And you deserve all of this, so really enjoy tonight.
Thank you, I will. I'll have a good time. Nice talking to you.
You know, men have a role to play in this because they see us stepping up, right?
Yes.
And then they start to become the king that we need.
Absolutely. As women, as we young girls, as we find our positions of leadership in our culture, and as we find our voices and just really feel good in our own skin, it's not about separating from the men and the boys. It's about lending a hand back. We have to bring them wherever we're going. We bring them with us. A high tide lifts all boats.
Now, tonight, what do you think's going to happen?
I just think
It's going to be such an amazing night because there's so many women in our industry that are going to be here tonight, and they just have inspired me since I started acting and since I started music. So I think it's just going to be a lot of amazing women here, just kind of like bringing empowerment to all of us.
Well, what do you think has actually changed for us in film?
You know, I have to say, since I started out, my first movie was actually in Australia, as it was called Aquamarine, and I filmed that maybe 15, 20 years ago, and like it was maybe 6% women directors, and I found that it's just people are much more receptive to finding voices that represent the audience now. I don't know what changed, but it's exciting.